I'm Khadija.
I'm Dominique.
I'm Brian, and we are here at my house to talk about the kidney.
It's kidney shaped, a huge kidney.
So kidneys normally come in pairs. If you've ever seen a kidney, it's bean shaped like the petal. They are about 5 inches or 13 centimeters, which is about the size of my hand, a little smaller. To locate the kidney, they're right here underneath the first rib, the last rib in the back, so right about here. One of the main jobs of the kidney is to filter out the waste of the blood. First, the blood is carried into the kidneys through the renal artery, which is the orange noodle. The average person has about 1 to 1.5 gallons of blood circulating through his or her body. The kidney filters the blood as many as 400 times a day. The kidney is made up of 2 parts, the cortex and the medulla. The kidney is covered by 3 layers.
This one.
The closest layer is called the true capsule. Sits closest to the
Parenchyma.
parenchyma. That's not how you say it, I don't think. Then the second layer is the perinephric fat, the fatty layer, which prevents injuries to the kidney. And the outermost layer is the durotus fascia, and that covers the entire kidney. The true capsule prevents infection spreading from the kidneys. There are more than 1 million tiny little filters inside each kidney to remove the waste. These filters are called the nephrons.
Okay. The nephrons are the functional unit of the kidney. They clean up the blood from the dirty waste, and they are of 2 types. One justa medullary, according to their location in the kidney, and the other one is cortical. The justa medullary, they are the inner 1/3 of the cortex. They are some of their parts in the medulla, and the other one, the cortical, they are located outer 2/3 of the cortex. Right? Nephrons are composed of 2 parts, renal corpuscle and the tubules. The renal corpuscle is composed of Bowman capsule and the tubular portion. The Bowman capsule is just like this pool filter, that it is composed of the Bowman capsule, that is the basket, and bunch of blood vessels in it which carry the blood, which has to be filtered through this basket, and that bunch of blood vessels is called glomeruli. Fluid from the blood filtered into the Bowman capsule, and this filtrate, it contains water, salt, glucose, urea, amino acid, and every 40 minutes the body entire blood volume is filtered through the glomeruli. The substances which are useful for the body, they are reabsorbed in the body, in the tubules. And for example, we need water, we need glucose, we need vitamins, amino acids, and electrolytes. And everything takes place, about 65% of it takes place in the proximal convoluted tubules. And the remaining reabsorption takes place in the distal part of the tubule. So all the filtered material, fluid, from the glomeruli enter the tubules, from the tubule to the collecting tubules, then ureter, and finally into the urinary bladder, and from the urethra it exits out. The end. Okay, Brian.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about, if something goes wrong, what will happen?
Well, one thing that can go wrong is what I get from I can speak out from personal experience, is kidney stones. And that is when you don't drink enough fluids and you start having buildup of material that doesn't get filtered through the nephrons, and it starts building up into your kidney into a form of kidney stones, which is a lot like sand spurs, basically, is what they feel like when you have to go to the bathroom. You know, you ever stepped on a sand spur like this? You know exactly what I'm talking about.
The
balls are representative of the kidney stones. What can happen if you cannot filter through the basket, it stays in the kidney and it can accumulate into the balls that are in or within the pool because they cannot pass through the filter itself. And then you can get different sizes and shapes of kidney stones, which are extremely painful to pass, to have them go through your body.
And this means they have two methods to take,
Yeah, they have two different techniques in which you can get them out, or several techniques really. You can either pass them, which means you have to pee them out, which is no fun, or you can have them crushed by ultrasound or ultrasonic waves, or they can go in surgically and remove it.
so it depends on the size
It depends on the size.
and the location.
Size and location.
Oh.
And if they don't come out, it can cause even more damage and actually cause kidney failure.
Wow. So how will you protect the kidney? They are so important for our body. So how will you protect them?
Well, the biggest thing is just drinking enough fluids, drinking enough water throughout the day. It will help to push out the materials in your body so they're not becoming large kidney stones. Small ones are passable and you generally don't feel them because everybody can get them, but the less you drink, the more susceptible you are to have kidney stones.
One can survive with one kidney?
One person can survive with one kidney. Happens all the time. You know, if you have a complete kidney failure, you can have it removed, but drink water, you don't have to really go through it, hopefully.
And what happened? Okay, for example, when your pool get dirty, you filter it.
Yes.
When and the filter is out of order, you have to clean it,
Yes.
clean the water, and take out all the water and wash water. What is the procedure? What about in the kidneys?
I don't think you can do that.
Dialysis.
Huh?
Dialysis.
Oh yeah, that's right, dialysis.
Yes.
That's right. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
So
Because if you have kidney failure and you have to go on dialysis to remove the waste from your body.
yes,
There's-
there are two procedure or method to do the dialysis. One is through the blood, and one is through the peritoneum.
To sum up the kidneys, there's always 2 adrenal glands, 2 kidneys, 2 ureters down to the urinary bladder. The kidneys are the primary excretory organ, and there's 2 main functions. One is to maintain the normal body physiology, and the second is homeostasis, which is to maintain the blood volume and the electrolytes balance. And how do they do that? Is by filtration. The kidneys filter 1.5 liters of blood per minute and produce 150 milliliters of urine per day. The functional unit of the kidney, like we said, is the nephron, which is the tiny filters inside the kidney. So the unfiltered blood enters through the renal artery and divides into many branches into the nephron and forms into the glomerulus. Then it is filtered, it passes through the tubules where the good stuff is reabsorbed and the bad stuff goes down into the collecting tubule. And then the collecting tubule turns to the ureter, which the urine is then exited out down to the bladder and exited out of the body.
Okay.
So thank you, Brian, for letting us use your pool as a life-size model of the kidney.
I hope you have enjoyed it. We did.
And this concludes our video.
And no. As, one second.
That's what she said.
How do you say it?
Excretory.
Excretory?
Yes.
Excretory.
Excretory.
Excretory.